everyone!
So today we're finally doing the first, I think, tag video we're doing
of the year!
Woo! And we're doing it specifically because our friends Kristin and Andrew tagged us to do
That's true. Super Space Chick.
She did like
Team
a
Silver
variant.
Space.
Yes. She did like a variant of the BookTube boyfriend tag, and she made it the BookTube husband tag. And then she tagged me and Mackie to do it. So obviously, we like to listen to our friends. We're good at that. We try to be.
Plus, their video was hilarious. So if there's going to be a link to that video, it's probably
going to be
comments.
down below.
So,
anyway, the original creator of this video will also be linked down below. We're just going to jump right into the questions. So this is mostly going to be me asking Mackie things, but when I can answer in relation to him, I will do it as well.
I almost want to take bets on how many times she can't like help herself. She's like, I gotta share.
Oh well, this first one is going to be easy for you.
Okay.
The first question is, how long have we been together? I'm going to say together. It says dating in this, but I'm just going to say together.
2005? 6? 5? 5.
Okay,
2005.
and then, so how long have we been together?
I'm bad at maths. So 2019 minus 2005, you would take a month or so. 14 years?
Yeah, almost 14 years.
That took all of my brain cells. I have no brain now.
Alright, well, next question is easy. It's going to be, are you a reader?
Yes.
Clearly, because he's on
this
this channel.
Just not of instructions, though, and like manuals.
Or directions.
Or direction. No, that's no. Well, yes, because I think to read you must comprehend, and I don't comprehend directions. So.
Okay, number 3 is, what Hogwarts house are you in?
Oh, lately? Yes, apparently I've been evolving and molting over the years. I am now officially a Slytherin. Now, because life has gotten to me, and I'm dead inside. And no, I'm kidding, no. The Slytherin pride.
No. I think you're a Slytherin, but deep down you're also still partly Hufflepuff. There's like still a tiny part of the Hufflepuff in you.
Well, there's always a little bit of Hogwarts in everybody.
True,
it's just lately I've been Slytherining my way through life and ambition and whatever and making things happen.
Meanwhile, I'm just like denying the fact that I turned into a Ravenclaw.
Really?
Yeah. It's funny because I started off as a Hufflepuff too, and then when I took the test again, I turned into a Ravenclaw.
Really? Wow. Well, knowledge is worth knowing.
I mean,
oh no, that's true. That's true because she actually knows the names of like like voice actors and the seiyuu from like anime.
Yeah, I don't actually know their names. I just know their voices.
How do you do all of this research? She knows things about these things. So yes, knowledge must be had.
I read and I know things.
So there. Cool. So that's what we are recently, but still puffs at heart.
I don't know if you'll know the answer to this one.
Okay.
Okay. What is my most anticipated book of either this year or next year?
Oh my god.
I knew he wasn't going to know the answer.
No, I don't pay attention to your TBR. I know the books that you do anticipate, but I guess that doesn't count. That's not like, oh my god, this is the one thing I'm waiting for.
I mean, you could just guess. I can tell you if you're wrong or right.
No, I'm not even going to try. Like, I'm not even a front. Like, it's, no, I'm not even pretend I know the answer to that. Because we don't talk about your favorite, like, oh my god, this is my one. Yeah, I just realized.
No, I actually, to be fair to Mackie, I don't actually really talk about
it's not a topic of conversation.
Unless it's related to Sarah J. Maas, Lee Bardugo,
or Warcross. That's it. So for 2019, it's like, guys, the year just started. I know, it's like nothing. Like, if we had this conversation this time, mid-year, early, I would have said freaking Warcross and War Games. No, what's the second book? What was that? Warcross and I read this book.
I know.
It's green. I waited in line for this for like 3 hours.
Dun, 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 dun,
that Green Marilu book that's right after Warcross. That's what I would have said.
Wild card.
Wild card. I would have said
Actually, that's a lie because that wouldn't have been the right answer either.
Really? So
well, last year Kingdom of Ash came out, so of course it would have been Kingdom of Ash.
Right. Well, hence the top list of Sarah J. Maas and Marilu and
It's fine. I really don't talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't talk about it, so there's no way I could know.
Well, I don't talk about this either, so it'll be a miracle if you actually know. What was the last book I read?
That was last night in bed, and you were very annoyed. And
oh, you can tell me at least what it was about if you can remember that much.
No, what I remember is you were very annoyed that it ended that way, and you're like, why would they end it that way? Which is like 60% of all of the books that you read.
True. In case you were wondering.
I remember feelings, not details. So
in case you were wondering, the last book that I finished reading was 99% Mine by Sally Thorne, and the book that I'm almost finished reading is Passion on Park Avenue by Lauren Lane. And both of them are contemporary romances with frustrating bits that give that exact result. What is my favorite book?
Ew, that's kind of hard.
Well, we can split
because
it.
You have genres.
Why don't you just do it like, what do you think is my favorite childhood book, and what do you think is
my favorite? Childhood book will probably have to be Secret Garden.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the only one, but that's
childhood, a little more grown up. Well, obviously it's Secret Garden and A Little Princess.
It's actually the other way around, but okay.
Really? Oh, that's right. Sarah first, then Mary.
Yeah. You're missing one.
Little Lord Fauntleroy for the 3 Grand Slam of... No, of course not. That's
you
not
would know. This is the one that has the matching... No, this is the one that has the matching story of me sitting under the desk.
Matilda.
Yes.
Right, so that's her and the popsicle stick under the thing. Yeah, that works. So yeah, those are the 3 childhood
what
books.
about when I got a little older?
A little older, that would...
you can just say authors too. That's fine.
Anne of Green Gables came late to you because I introduced you to Anne of Green Gables.
And you never read the rest of the series.
And I never read the rest of the series either, so no, not that. When you grew up a little bit more, what was your favorite book series?
I mean, you could just say authors now.
Well, obviously Sarah J. Maas. Anything Sarah J. Maas. Her entire, like the entire...
True.
Selena series. I don't even know what it's called. Selena series. It's all like her. If she has a special shelf for it, then yes. Harry Potter, obviously.
Of course.
Why would that not be?
Can't not say Harry Potter.
Yeah, I cannot say Harry Potter. And that would be your favorite. Those would be your favorites. Top most favorites. Tamara Pierce would probably be maybe a third.
You're forgetting someone too.
Leigh Bardugo. No.
Well, yes, she could be.
But Bardugo's like maybe 5. Riordan probably 4. Right after Tamara Pierce.
Yeah.
So those, so
you did pretty good.
Yeah, so Sarah J. Maas, Harry Potter,
Tamara
Pierce,
Rick
Riordan, Leigh Bardugo. Those are your top 5.
Good job.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, the Wallflower series, if you want to do.
I love that you now see the fact
if we
that
want
you
to do romance.
I'm so proud that you actually remember
because Lisa Kleypas is like a staple.
Apparently, he knows this very well. It's true.
Yeah.
The next one is, what is my favorite book genre? Which is really hard to answer,
That is really, really hard because it is a toss-up between the good kind of love story genre, and by love story genre I mean it could be anything from either romance, romance of the historical kind, or the fluffy-ish contemporary tropey kind, and it's one of those 2 things, but it is that entire thing, and that forms half of your favorite genre.
And what's the other half?
The other half would be elements of this but in fantasy. So with characters of questionable morals, hence Sarah J. Maas. Well, not questionable morals, gray.
They have questionable morals. That's not a joke.
The politically correct term is gray characters.
Fine, morally gray characters.
Morally gray.
That's pretty accurate, actually, now that I think about it.
What else do you read?
That's it. Fantasy and contemporary. That's all. How much time do I usually spend reading?
Ooh, not as much as you would like these days, but I would say in a week at the very least. At the very least. On average, a day, even if it's not concentrated in one day, it's about an hour and a half to minimum per week. And if you don't do that daily, you binge it in like 2-3 days.
Yep, that's accurate. I go through binge periods.
You are where I study you, so there are some things that I don't have to observe you for, but I can extrapolate.
What are some things that you've noticed about my reading habits?
You are very expressive, but probably just around me, because I like seeing you flail. You're very flaily.
It's true.
You complain all the time in a good way when things don't go the way you want them to, or when people are being stupid.
True.
And you like yelling at characters.
Also true.
And and it's oh so rare that you actually break down to tears. But when you do, it's amazing to you, and we have no overlap.
It's also true. So the next question is, what book do you think I should read sometime soon? I have an answer for this one from Mackie.
I just think, since we were talking about it, just read the Genbu Kaiden already. It's the Fushigi...
Shock! He did say the thing I thought he was going to say.
Well, first of all, I know what you were thinking, but first of all...
Everyone was thinking. It's not just me.
Okay, in my defense, we were talking about the Genbu Kaiden earlier. Genbu Kaiden is the prequel to the Fushigi Yugi series, where the first ever priestess of one of the gods jumps into the book and becomes a priestess to set the people free and summon the gods and have her star warriors. It's the prequel. It's about the Genbu arc, the god Genbu. And I thought, just get it over with. I mean, it's coming soon.
I love how he's like, get it over with.
Yeah, because OTAKUATHON, plug much, OTAKUATHON is coming.
It's actually starting today.
So you might as well just read, because if you start the Infernal Devices...
I knew it.
Because if you start the Infernal Devices, it takes a lot of self-restraint for me to not plug that, because, I want to start there's a lot that you have to read. City of Heavenly Fire, and it's the end, and you can skip the first 2 books.
At some point when I started, he's going to want me to get to the point where I meet Julian.
Julian Blackthorn. How to Be You.
Okay, if I were going to tell Mackie to read any book right now, it would probably be that I want him to start the Grisha trilogy
That's true,
by Leigh
though.
Bardugo,
That's
because I
actually
have been telling him to read it since the first book came out. Like, that is how long
You know what? I will do that tonight. I don't care. Like, TBRs be darned.
I don't pay attention to my TBR.
Yeah, darned. Like,
Darned.
with, like, darning. Anyway.
I don't know the context of this question, but you can answer it however you want. Superhero or supervillain?
In my head, like, one of the minions in my head was just like, kill, Mary, do? It's like,
No.
I would probably be anti-villain.
What?
For now, context would be, what would be the most interesting to me right now would be an
Yeah.
anti-villain. Because you've seen anti-heroes. They're like heroes who are just...
Oh, I see, I get it.
So anti-villain would probably, like, the most benign probably, like, Gru from Despicable Me, who's like, we shall make evil things in the world, or I don't know how his accent goes. And then he just ends up being good. And he's like, no! I'm supposed to take over everything, but you're in charge now, benevolent leader. Nah.
I'm glad I don't have to answer that question.
Anyway.
I tend to prefer my characters morally gray, so they're neither really villains or...
Anti-villain!
Okay, fine.
I win.
So the next few questions are relatively easy. You just have to say what the term means.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is, what is BookTube?
A lovely community with a bunch of people who talk about the books and talk to each other about it and do videos together talking about it as well. Yep. Lovely folks. It's a great community.
Okay, the next thing is, what is a reading slump?
What I'm going through right now. That's my definition. Haven't picked up a book since January.
Cries forever.
Yeah.
What does TBR mean?
Oh, that terrible, hard thing sitting at my windowsill, crouching, asking me to come. I haven't read any of them. It's the pile of books that you have to read.
Or to be read, in case you're wondering. What is a wrap-up?
What we're gonna do soon. No, I'm kidding. No, it's
Also true.
it's what we just filmed recently, where we talk about everything that we had just recently read or bought or sold or given. I don't know. It's a list of
sell things, but
it's a list of things that just gets summarized and people talk about it.
Okay. What is a readathon?
Ooh, it's when everybody in said BookTube, scroll back for definition here, decides to read things together in themes.
I love that you remembered the themes part. What is a reading vlog?
This?
Not precisely. I don't think Maki is as familiar with reading vlogs.
Or is that the thing where people... Oh, is this a thing where people talk about the experience while reading it?
Yes.
There you go.
Good job. And the last question is the easiest one. What does DNF mean? The thing that he's not very good at.
Something I suck at. That's on my long list of things that I can't do well. It's when you did not finish, did not forgo, I don't know. Did not finish.
Maki's not very good at that. He has a hard time letting go of books.
That's true. I'm a hoarder.
That's true.
Okay.
Anyway, you did really good.
Hooray.
I'm proud of you. Anyway, that was the end of this tag. I don't know who else wants to do this tag, but consider yourself tagged if you see this. Until our next video. Bye.